We have been learning about the I am statements of Jesus. Last week we learned that Jesus said, I am the bread of life. I hope you took time over the past week to notice how Jesus provided everything you need. Today we are learning about another I am of Jesus. Jesus is the... Stop it! Flip it back. Thank you. Today we are learning that Jesus said, stop it! Turn it back on. Today we are, okay, stop playing with the light switch. I'm trying to make a video for the kids and you are ruining it.
Sorry, I was just trying to give the kids a hint.
Oh, I get it.
Jesus is the...
Jesus is the...
Jesus is the...
Do you think the kids figured it out yet?
Jesus said, I am the light of the world in John 8:12.
That is beautiful. It means that Jesus shows us the way and keeps us safe.
You know, whenever I think about this verse, it reminds me of my seafaring adventure.
Your what?
My seafaring adventure.
What are you even talking about?
Oh, come on, you remember. Jen and I were on a cruise to celebrate our 25th anniversary, and we got stuck in a storm at night. The captain and crew had all gotten sick from eating too much monkey bread, and they asked me to navigate the ship to safety because of my vast naval experience.
You weren't in the Navy!
So of course I agreed. We were headed for San Juan in Puerto Rico, and thankfully I was able to make out Faro de Moro in the distance.
What is that?
Everybody knows what Faro de Moro is, Jen.
Well, not everybody.
Faro de Moro is the oldest lighthouse in Puerto Rico, built in 1846 and restored in 1908. This is basic stuff. You were there. We took this picture. Anyway, I could see the lighthouse in the distance, and I was able to steer the ship safely toward the shore without running aground or hitting, like, rocks and stuff.
I don't think any of that happened.
I think you were asleep for that part.
Jesus is the light of the whole world. If we follow his light, he can help us avoid danger.
Like a lighthouse.
Yes, like a lighthouse. When Jesus said this in the Bible, the religious leaders didn't know who he was.
These scholars were studying the Old Testament scriptures, and they knew the Messiah was coming, but they had no idea that he, Jesus, the Messiah, was standing there in front of them. Jesus was the one they were waiting to see.
He is the light that even the prophet Isaiah talked about. The religious leaders knew the scriptures and what they had said, but unfortunately, these religious leaders were still kind of in the dark. Hey, can you find the light switch?
Alexa, turn on the light.
Okay, that's better. Thank you.
The religious leaders were angry that Jesus would come and say that he was the light of the world.
They didn't know it, but they did exactly what God planned. And they crucified Jesus on the cross. The plan was for Jesus to die and become the sacrifice for sins.
Jesus never sinned, but we all have sin in our lives. Sin can't enter into heaven, so we need to be forgiven to be with Jesus in heaven.
All along, Jesus was the light that would come into the world and be snuffed out briefly. Then he would shine again forever.
And all we have to do is believe in Jesus, and we can live with him.
It's hard to find your way around life when you are in the dark. Did you ever step on something that you didn't see on the floor because it was dark?
Did you ever run into a wall because it was dark at night? You need to turn on a light so you can see.
Jesus is that light that we can turn on so we can see how to live a life that honors God.
Jesus wants us to share in his light. He wants us to shine brightly too. He wants others to see his light shining inside each of us.
The more we share the good news about Jesus with other people, the brighter our lights shine.
Jesus wants you to make good choices that honor him.
He wants you to obey your parents, even when they ask you to do something that you dislike.
He wants you to cooperate with your teachers, even if you have to do online school.
He wants you to love each other, even the guy that didn't take a shower after exercising.
I did take a shower.
He wants you to pray and talk with him. And he's so excited when you want to spend time reading about him in the Bible.
Jesus is the light of the world, but he wants us to be a light too. When his followers are scattered all over the world, Jesus shines and takes away the darkness.
Let's fill up the world with the light of Jesus this week.
You know, our shirts say shine right on them.
They do.